Hello everyone and welcome to EduTab. As we all know that there are a large number of vacancies for the Assistant Provident Fund Commissioner post in the EPFO organization, and a direct recruitment exam is expected to be conducted soon enough for filling up all these posts. But still many of us aspirants are not very much sure whether we should start preparing for this APFC examination or not, because maybe many of us are still working in some esteemed public or private sector company or organization. Many of us are already preparing for some other examinations and are still not sure whether we should devote our time, energy and resources for this exam or not. So in this video I am going to tell you about the job profile, about the powers and responsibilities that you will have to do when you are an APFC officer, and what about postings for the APFC officers. Maybe all these information might help you make a better informed decision. But before coming on to the all these things, I would again like to tell you about a very comprehensive guidebook that EduTab has prepared for all of you aspirants who are still not having all the knowledge about the APFC, about the EPFO organization, and about this process of examination that is going to be conducted. In this guidebook, we have gone through all the official resources, all the official sites and sources of information, and we have compiled answers, definitive answers, reliable answers for all the questions that you might have in mind for this particular exam. What is EPFO? What is APFC? What are the roles and responsibilities of an APFC officer? What is the stages for this particular examination? What is the syllabus for this examination? What is the different strategies that you can use for cracking this examination? If you are selected as an APFC officer, what will be the salary you will be getting? What is the financial compensation you will be getting? What are the roles, responsibilities, functions that you will be getting? All these things, they are present in this guidebook. Any question that you have in mind, all the generic questions, obviously they are answered in this particular guidebook, and this guidebook is available to download absolutely free of cost. Go to the description box given below, you will find a link, click on that link and you will be able to download this guidebook without any cost. So we are only providing this guidebook to you because we want all of you to make a better informed decision whether you want to prepare for this exam or not, right? So you can pause this video, go to the description box and then download this guidebook and then come back and we can resume this video, right? So now if we talk about the powers and responsibilities and the job profile of EPFO APFC officer, first of all, this post of APFC is a group A service, right, in grade 10. So automatically it is a senior position. You are directly recruited to a very senior and reputable position in an organization like EPFO. Okay, then the recruitment for this post is happening in two ways. First one is through promotions of officers who are already working in the APFO organization. Enforcement officers or accounts officers already who have worked in this organization for many years, they can be promoted to the APFC post if their conduct has been very good. And other is the direct recruitment, the recruitment that we are talking about through competitive exams which are conducted by UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. So this exam that we are talking about is for this competitive exam for direct recruitment into the APFC post. Okay, next, whenever you are recruited as an APFC officer, first of all you will be getting a 45 days on the job training, and then a 3 to 6 months foundation course will be there depending upon the department where you are going to be posted. So obviously if you crack this examination, you will be given all the information, all the training, all the resources that you need in order to carry out your responsibilities as APFC officer, right? Next, what is the job profile? What is the work functions? What is the responsibility? So being an APFC officer, you will be getting varied responsibilities throughout your career. These include as an enforcement, exemption and recovery officer, all these functions. Next, quasi-judicial functions. Next, finance, accounts, banking, pension and legal functions. Human resource management functions, basically for the employees of EPFO who are working under you. Next, intelligence, vigilance and audit functions for the organization. If I go into much detail about all these functions, all this detail is given in the guidebook itself. You can download that, or here also I can explain you a bit about that. For example, if you talk about enforcement, exemption and recovery functions. So we know that under the EPFO Act, there are certain provisions which are there, and any private company, any organization with a number of workers who is coming under this EPFO Act, they have to follow a certain set of rules. They have to follow they have to comply to a certain set of procedures. So as an Assistant Provident Fund Commissioner, you have the responsibility and you can act as inspectors to check whether all these rules are being followed or not. And some organizations, they are given an exempt status from following these rules. Unless and until they violate certain restrictions, they can be exempted under the EPFO Act. So you will also check whether the exempted organizations are following all the rules or regulations or not. If they are not following certain conditions, if they are not meeting certain conditions, you can cancel their exemption certificate and then you can bring them under the ambit of EPFO Act. Okay, so you have the power of enforcement, you have the power as an inspector, you can ensure compliance of exempted provident fund trusts. You can also be notified as recovery officers by the central government to recover dues from the employers who are defaulting on their contributions to the EPFO organization. You can also act as a recovery agent on the behalf of EPFO. Next, you have quasi-judicial functions. Very important responsibilities where you act in a quasi-judicial capacity. You have the power to recover damages, as I told you, and you also act as a civil court. You can call for the attendance, you can call for the employers who are employing certain workers in their establishment to be present before you, to present before you the evidence, to present before you the documents of their organization. Next, you can conduct inquiry which shall be deemed to be a judicial proceeding. So all these things say that you are going to have very significant powers in order to implement the mandate of EPFO, right? So not at all a small thing. Next, finance, accounts, banking, pension and legal functions are there. Settlement of claims on the behalf of EPFO, preparation of accounts of all the members and the establishments who are coming under the EPFO. Subordinate staff which is going to work under you will also be acting as a human resource manager for all of them, right? Debit, credit, that is happening in all the accounts of EPFO in different parts of the country. Ensuring the filling and follow-up of criminal cases against the employers who are not following the provisions of EPFO or who are willfully committing some illegal act under the ambit of EPFO. You will also be representing EPFO in the courts, be it the session courts, district court, high court or supreme court. On the behalf of EPFO, you might be present there. Next, intelligence, vigilance and audit functions. So this is a very important task. Depending upon your aptitude, depending upon your willingness, you can also be part of the intelligence, vigilance and audit functions. You can on your discretion go to the employers who are under the EPFO Act and you can conduct their audits. You can check whether they are following all the provisions or not, and the officers which are appointed in these divisions, they are there on deputation, right? So you can also be coordinating with other fund managers and CRISIL, because EPFO the corpus with EPFO is invested in various primary and secondary markets. So there also you will be having the discretion to decide whether we are going to invest the money, which portfolio we are going to invest the money in, and which portfolio is better for gaining the maximum returns for the EPFO organization, right? So all these things, all these important functions you are doing as an APFC officer. You are basically acting as the spine for the APFC organization, right? So it is obviously a very responsible job, a job with a very significant amount of power and responsibility. In addition to this, you have good postings. The regional and district offices of EPFO, they are either in tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3 cities at max, right? So you will be posted in an urban environment, in a good city throughout the country. You will be posted there. You will get all the good facilities that are there for any government employee, and you also have a transparent system of promotions and postings. So there is no corruption, let us say, or there is no opaque system of transfer or postings. If you are doing a good job, if you are doing or fulfilling all the conditions which are required, you will be getting good postings, you will be getting good promotions there. So good prospect for growth is also there. You can rise up to the ladders of the hierarchy in the EPFO organization quite quickly if you are good at your work. And obviously you get a stable career. You also get a good work-life balance because the work hours are fixed. You don't have any political interference, not much political or civil society interference in your workings. Again, you don't have to deal with the masses, with the public on a regular basis, because again many aspirants, they wanted to avoid this. They don't want to be in direct contact with the public most of the times. So you will also be avoiding that. You will be having mostly the administrative functions or supervisory functions, right? And as quasi judicial or recovery agents, you will be having again good amount of powers to neglect all these things. So automatically this job, it becomes a very lucrative post. It becomes a very good job for you. And if you still think that you are in search for a very stable career with good prospects of growth, APFC is a very good opportunity for you. Okay, so all other questions that you have in your mind regarding the exam, regarding the post, you can join our Domination Workshop, which we conduct for about 100 students, and the seats are limited in this workshop. So obviously you have to register yourself. Go to the description box, you will find a link there. Click on the link and register yourself for this workshop. Any query, any doubt you have regarding this post, regarding the organization, regarding the strategy, any query that you have, you can ask this query in the workshop and that will be answered, right? And we will be also be telling you the 6-step domination strategy that we have devised in order to crack this exam. In addition to this, we are also launching our courses, Master Pack, Test Series Plus and Test Series courses there. In Master Pack, obviously, all the parts of the syllabus, all the chapters of the syllabus, they are provided with video lectures and handouts, and also the test series is there. In Test Series Plus, along with Test Series, you get certain selected components like industrial relations, labor laws, accounts auditing, their chapters, their handouts, their video lectures, all this is included in the Test Series Plus along with Test Series. In the Test Series, there is only the Test Series for all the components of the exam, right? So you can go to the description box, click on the link, and you will also find a starter pack, which is a kind of a demo pack where you can go and check out whether the quality of the course is good enough for you or not, right? And then you can decide whether you want to whether you want this course or not. Okay, so this is all from my side, and again I would like to remind, any question, any query that you have about this examination, about the post, you can get it through the guidebook that we have provided to you in the description box below. And this guidebook is going to be very instrumental in deciding whether this exam is for you or not, right? So this is all from my side in this video. I hope you liked the content. If you did, please do like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep on reading, keep on growing, keep on studying. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.